So it's not every day here on the Sports Cubicle, in general in life, where you get to watch one of the greatest to ever do it in the history of mankind start their career, do amazing stuff throughout their career, and then finally the end of their career. And in my lifetime, I've seen a lot of greatness when it comes to art, movies, music, and sports. And here on the Sports Cubicle, I'm your host, Mike Mercado. We have one of the greatest to ever do it finally calling it quits. This comes to us from AP News. 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal will retire from tennis after next month's Davis Finals. This is by Howard Fenrick and Tails Azzoni. Rafael Nadal is retiring from professional tennis at the age of 38, he announced Thursday. After winning 22 Grand Slam titles, 14 at the French Open during an unprecedented era he shared with rivals Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic, has competed infrequently the past 2 seasons because of injuries, and said next month's Davis Cup Finals will mark his farewell to the sport. He had hip surgery in 2023 and entered just 2 of the past 8 major tournaments. Quote, "The reality is that it has been some difficult years, these last 2 especially. I don't think I have been able to play without limitations," Nadal said in a video message. "It is obviously a difficult decision, one that has taken me some time to make. But in this life, everything has a beginning and an end." Nadal's unrelenting physical style of play, every point pursued as though it were his last, sprinting and sliding into place for that high-bouncing bullwhip of a lefty forehand, made him one of the greatest of the game and the unquestioned king of clay. And on top of the 14 French Open, 4 U.S. Opens, 2 Wimbledon, and 2 Australian championships. Yeah, one of the greatest to ever do that. Check out the entire article over at AP News. 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal will retire from tennis after next month's Davis Cup Finals. And the significance of this retirement: this is Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. This is the greatest to ever do it. You know, this is what it's going to be like when somebody like Diana Taurasi officially retires. This is what it's going to feel like when somebody like Shohei Ohtani retires. You know, it's a different era in the way social media is, but the moments living in it as a teenager, as a college student, and as an adult, watching the entire career go and watching it between, you know, Joker and Federer and Nadal, it was amazing. It was appointment television, whether you're waking up at 3 a.m. to watch them overseas or you're watching them on primetime here in the States. People were talking about it. It led SportsCenter. It was the front page of major national newspapers, international stories. People who don't watch tennis watch these 3. It was the Serena Williams effect, the Tiger Woods effect. This was all around the same time of each other. And they all carried each other and they all established sports. And, you know, this is why I think it's such a personal retirement story for me. And it's not like I'm this huge Nadal fan. Like, I appreciate the game. I love tennis. Like, it's nothing with that. It's this era of athlete, this era of greatness that we saw from all these athletes, not just these 3, not just Nadal specifically, but in this case, because Nadal's the one that's retiring. That era of athlete, from the Tiger Woods and the Kobes and the LeBrons and the Mannings and the Bradys, just name them all. They made sports what it is now. You know, what Michael Jordan did, what Muhammad Ali did, what all these other great players did for their times, right? Not in every sport, from baseball to what they did to get it to this very point, right? To this very moment, to make it popular, so that generation of athlete was able to make it a multi-trillion dollar industry of not just money monetarily, but for fan engagement, for the way fans cared. That's what this era of athlete was. And Nadal was one of the greats in that era. His rivalry with these 3 was one of those pinnacle moments in that era of sports. And it helps that it emerged during the big rise of social media. Maybe not at where it is now, where social media is everything in life, but emerging with it and being part of that surge that became everyday life, part of everybody's lexicon. It's just daily internet use, right? And lingual from the internet. He was part of that. So Nadal is just another one of those greats that we hopefully appreciated at the time, Hopefully we understood, if you were watching it, what you were watching, what it meant to watch Federer, what it meant to watch Joker, what it meant to watch Serena, what it meant to watch Venus, what it meant to watch, Jeff Gordon, you name your sport, whatever sport, right? Like, I don't care, that you were able to appreciate it, because they do come and go. There will be another amazing run of tennis players. Will it ever be like that lightning in a bottle? I don't know. But I do appreciate the fact that I was able to watch that great rivalry, and a salute, a cheers to retirement to 22-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal. Let us know what you think about Nadal calling it quits after the Davis Cup finals. We want to know your thought about that entire era of athletes from, let's say, 2004 to 2016. And what it meant for sports now, and what it means for the future of sports and pop culture. We want to know your thoughts. We're on Twitter at Sports Cubicle TV. Of course, search us on YouTube at The Sports Cubicle. Sports from the couch, wherever you get your favorite podcast. Of course, WCPT 820's SoundCloud, and our mothership over at Heartland Signal. And thank you all so much. You can buy the book. Thank you for supporting us. The book is Lucha Dog. Go to Amazon.com and search up Lucha Dog, or just go to luchadog.com. We got a whole lot left on this edition of The Sports Cubicle. I'm your host, Mike Mercado.